Did Thanos actually spare himself from being snapped away with half the universe? Well, the answer's not quite as straightforward as you might think. Let's first consider why he might have spared himself. If Thanos' snap had indeed wiped out half the universe's population at random, there would have been a 50-50 chance that Thanos himself would have been erased in the process, leaving the Infinity Gauntlet behind. This would have allowed a sufficiently powerful being, possibly Thor, who was still in excellent shape at the time, to grab the gauntlet and undo Thanos' hard work. While this would have denied audiences the fun of Avengers Endgame, it would have saved Thor a 5-year ordeal of binge drinking and trash-talking kids on Fortnite. So, he might have chosen to live to ensure that his work wasn't undone. Secondly, his goal was also to prove that his insane, genocidal plan was the correct one, and that it would have saved his home if they had just listened to him. He wanted to be right, so he might never have accepted being killed by his own snap without seeing the universe finally show the gratitude he thought he was owed. Even if he got everything he wanted and spent the rest of his life on a farm in the middle of nowhere, he would have basked in the self-centered pleasure of proving everyone wrong. Lastly, Thanos might have subconsciously spared himself, as it's unclear how much of his decision was influenced by his subconscious, especially when you consider that Stark, Thor, and Nebula, the three people whose lives happened to be bargained for in exchange for 3 Infinity Stones, all lived after Thanos promised to spare them. We don't know how much of this actually occurred by chance, or if it was deliberately predetermined by the Mad Titan, but if it was, it would go against his very philosophy of dispassionate, random selection. On the contrary, however, multiple pieces of evidence also support the idea that Thanos might have been unbiased when you consider how he reacted after the snap. He looked quite surprised that he was still alive. Furthermore, the Russo brothers confirmed this theory and stated that he was surprised the universe deemed him worthy to live. Considering how Thanos reacted to seeing his own future self decapitated, it's safe to say he doesn't care too much about his own life, but really puts his philosophy before his personal safety. But what do you think?